Arsenal Fan TV, we're here at a beautiful hotel here in Wembley, overlooking the stadium. I mean, this is amazing. You guys, you've arrived, you know that? You've arrived.
Well, we can't believe it's amazing. Plush, fantastic. I mean...
Plush hotel, and you know what? I've heard a little sneaky that the team are going to be staying at this hotel as well. So they might be staying there. They might be staying at this hotel. But listen, let's get into the game on Saturday. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. We're back here again, and it's a significant game. Not just the fact that we could win the FA Cup this season and have another season where we've won a trophy, but also for the fact that if we do win it, that'll be 12 times that Arsenal have won the FA Cup, which is actually a new record. We surpassed Manchester United. I don't know who to ask first. Let me ask you, Claude. How are you feeling about the game on Saturday?
No, I'm confident. It's Tim Sherwood. we don't lose to Tim Sherwood, mate. I'm confident. I think we'll win. We'll win on Saturday. We'll win on Saturday. I'm sure we'll win Saturday. I was glad we put a good side out against West Brom Saturday. It got us into a bit of rhythm. Nice. We played some great football in the first half because we were on a bad run and we needed to stop that bad run. Because going into a final, we need to be, in top notch. And I think I'm very confident Saturday because, as I say, it's Tim Sherwood.
I hope you're not talking too soon. How are you feeling? I mean, we do have a good record against Tim Sherwood teams, and we've got a very good record against Villa as well.
Yeah.
But we had a great record. I remember that season when we played Birmingham here in the League Cup final.
Yeah. And
we thrashed them both the games in the league, and then we came here and we got done.
Yeah, but then with Birmingham, we mustn't forget that we had 3 players injured. I mean, Cesc and Theo got injured when we played Stoke City when Sebastian Squillaci scored the winner, and Birmingham didn't play. So Robin scored the equaliser, and he went off injured. So we were a bit unlucky, but yeah, it's nice for Claude to feel confident. I'm confident. The funny thing is that we need to do the age-old thing of not being arrogant, not being complacent, being humble, being down to earth, not underestimate Aston Villa, but not underestimate our own abilities. I mean, it brings back great memories from last season. I mean, we were 1-0 down with 8 minutes to go against Wigan. Per gave away penalty and he equalised. We won it on penalties and we got criticised for celebrating even though we'd reached our first major FA Cup final for 9 years. Then against Hull, 2-0 down after 8 minutes and Kieran heading off the line from Steve Bruce's side, Alex Bruce. And then we got back to 2-2 and battered Hull. So, listen.
But you say that, those were very, very nervy games. Both of them, they sound, the way you've portrayed it, it sounded, but I remember I was a bag of nerves in both of those games. I mean, and going into that whole game, very similar to this game where everyone was expecting us to win and we nearly got done.
Yeah, it was right. And also the semi-final against Reading, we were very complacent. We thought we'd already won before we'd even played them, and we've got to have that attitude. We mustn't have that attitude on Saturday, but I'm very confident we can. I think I'm very confident.
All right, now I've got a question for you. Theo Walcott, do you start Theo Walcott?
Yes. Definitely.
Or do you go with the team that we've seen Wenger playing recently where he's had Aaron Ramsey on the right, where he's sort of accommodated all of those midfield players? What would you do?
He's just scored a hat-trick. He's on fire and he's scored a hat-trick. He's got to play. And Jack, I think they're both coming in and they're just hitting the form.
Right, so if you play Theo and Jack, who drops out?
Well, it will be Aaron Ramsey, won't it? Will be dropping out, won't it, for Wiltshire? Right. And he's going to drop out for Walcott. It won't be Giroud would be on the bench, won't he?
So you drop out Giroud, you drop out. Aaron Ramsey scored the winner in the final last year. He's a good record there at Wembley. You drop Aaron Ramsey out?
Yeah, because I don't think he's playing that well. He come on as sub and played all right against West Brom the other day. He came on and done all right, but I don't think he's playing. He's not been playing very well at the moment, and maybe on the bench, and he can come off the bench as well if there's. He can come off the bench and do damage as well. So I think he'd be perfect.
Too risky for you? I mean, dropping out Aaron Ramsey scored the winner last year. He turns up with big goals.
He does turn up. He turns up with big goals. I can see what
Claude
is saying. Thank you very much.
Oh, peanuts as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, I mean, what do you think?
Well-
Too risky?
I don't know if it's too risky. Claude has got a point. I mean, Theo's obviously on fire after scoring a hat-trick, but is Aston going to go for the tried and trusted method? You know, I mean, Claude says Aaron hasn't been playing. Maybe he hasn't, but I mean, the pass he gave to Theo for the equaliser off the unfortunate Tyler Blackett was a magnificent ball. It's about 30, 40-yard pass straight into his path, you know. So, I don't know. Jack has been playing well as well. The volley was absolutely fantastic, but I don't know. It's obviously up to the manager. How's his season training? Would I start with Theo? I don't really want to drop Olivier. I know he hasn't scored. I would love to start with Theo, yes, because of his pace. And on this pitch, like you say, with a one hole, to be fair, you're never going to catch him if Mesut or Alexis give him a ball over the top. Ron Vlaar is never going to catch him, you know. So, I don't know. I would try to, I'd maybe start Theo. You got Olivier on the bench as well, because I think what we need, which we didn't have last season, like you were saying, is a fast start. We need to start the way we started against West Brom. You know, hopefully get a couple of goals in front, you know, and then take it from there. That's what we need to do. Claude is saying about Reading. Maybe we were a bit complacent, but I still think we had more than enough chances to beat Reading. Really, you know.
If
The only thing that worries me on Saturday is Benteke against Mertesacker.
So is that then not an argument for having Giroud in there? Because like set pieces and that, he adds extra height, you know, when you're dealing with a guy like Benteke.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you take one thing away and then you unbalance it on another thing. Yeah, I don't think you can start worrying about things like that. We've got to play our game and play it how we can play, and I think we'll be okay. I mean...
Right, look, one final question for you guys.
Yeah.
If we win on Saturday, that means we would have finished third in the table, automatic Champions League, higher than last year, we finished fourth, and we would have retained the trophy.
Which would be brilliant.
Is that a successful season for Arsenal Football Club? Claude?
You know, but then my expectations are a lot
No,
higher.
we would answer the question. Is that a successful season for you?
No, so for me, we no further forward than what we were last year. So
Even though we would have finished
I'll be delighted.
a bit higher in the league.
don't get me wrong. I'll be celebrating all night long if we win the FA Cup. Yeah, but if you talk about over the season and if it's successful, I'm not so sure. No, I think we should have been with the squad we've got. I think we should have been challenging for the title this year. And you've got to remember, we were 7 points off last season. We're nearly double that this year, aren't we? So it's not really progress, is it? I mean, that's how I see it. The only reason it looks like progress is because Liverpool have totally collapsed this year, and we've gone above them. And I don't. To be quite honestly, apart from Chelsea, I think everyone's had a poor season this year. I think everyone's been poor. No one's really. It's been a really poor Premier League this season because it's been a one team show really, and Chelsea have really not had to work hard to win this title, and that's what really annoys me more than anything.
What's your opinion on it? I mean, is it a successful season?
Yeah, I think it is. I can understand what Claude is saying, and yeah, we could have maybe won the league, but listen, we don't have to qualify. We go straight into the group stages, you know. And if we'd retain the FA Cup, we've got a place high. It's so difficult because the thing is, I hate what Claude is saying, but look at what we're up against. We're up against Chelsea, who can spend unlimited money, even though there's a financial.
You know, Arsenal got money. That excuse starting to run a bit thin now.
It's not but it's not an excuse where the fact is, listen, financial fair play is in, but what have Chelsea and Manchester City spent to get where they are? You can't take it all the way back, can you? You know, we're up against, and listen, I was reading or looking back to that Chelsea game. I still go back to that Chelsea game, and I remember 0-0, everything was even. Cahill plows it to Alexis. He should have gone. Now, if they'd gone out to 10 men, would Chelsea have won the league? You never know. Would we won the league? We never know. Mesut got injured.
Come on, that's a bit. You can have told on one decision.
No, but Mesut got injured in that game as well. Mesut, and since he's come back, he's been incredible. You know, so. I think it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It shows Manchester City are not going to win nothing, assuming we hopefully win the FA Cup, which we're not taking them for granted. Manchester City, look what they've spent. Look at their squad. They're not going to win anything. So it shows you it's not easy to win things, you know. And if you are in a position where you can win something and be third, you take a look at Liverpool now. Like Claude says, they've imploded unbelievably to that. I don't even know what to say about Stoke City, which I can say on air. But anyway, you know, loses 6-1. It just shows it's difficult. And if the players can win FA Cup, listen, if we win FA Cup, like you said, we've won it 12 times. And not only, I was reading in our program, Arsenal program, that if we do win it, Arsene will be equal the best FA Cup winning manager of all time. And that's someone who's won the most cups. And this is after losing about 5 finals. So I think it is a success. Obviously, we do want to win the league, but we have to be careful what we wish for in the fact that, listen, football can do anything. I mean, Chelsea won the league, and unfortunately they deserved it. But they didn't lose to Bradford 4-2. Who would have foreseen that after being 2-0 up?
Yeah, but they still won the league. They still won the league.
What I'm upset. No, not just Arsenal this year. I think the whole Premier League have been disappointed. There's not really been any challenge this year. It's been very poor. It's been one of the most you go into the last game and there was nothing. There was not one game really, apart from the Hull, and that was all dead and buried after a while. There was nothing really exciting, was there? But you expect the last day to be some drama. There was nothing, was there? There was nothing there.
Well, listen, guys, let us know how you're feeling about the FA Cup final. Saturday, it's going to be here right behind us. Arsenal versus Aston Villa, massive, massive game. Leave your comments below. Let us know how you're feeling about the game. First of all, I've got to say, this place is absolutely amazing. I mean, I used to work around here back in the day. I used to not live too far from around here, and